within our presentation. All my apologies. But I will link you. I will leave my email to address that after this. But if it is a question around formation of new chapters, the presentation will still be here, and you can follow up and we see how we can set up new chapters within these areas. We have a chapter in Sudan. I'm not sure if we have one in South Sudan. So then on the question, there are two questions that are clearly linked to one another. There is the one about how we are working to strategically build the internet, and the other how we are working to strategically promote the internet. On the building the internet, the Internet Society in 2010 came up with this ambitious goal to ensure that there is the local traffic remains local, and it wanted 80% of local traffic to be localized by 2020. Recently, we published a report which was assessing the work we were doing in Kenya and in Nigeria to understand how we fared with this objective. Through internet exchange points, we realized that by working with internet exchange points, we were able to clearly reduce the cost of internet, because one of the things that is affecting access to internet in Africa is the fact that people are not able to afford internet. So by working with internet exchange points, by supporting them to set up these different things in the Lubumbashi, all around Africa, our work is to support internet exchange points with the technical capacity, but also with knowledge that they can use to promote these exchange points. So the study in Nigeria showed clearly that in Nigeria and Kenya showed clearly by working with these internet exchange points, we were able to ensure that local traffic remains local by 70%, and that in Kenya there was a jump in about 500% in the cost of internet in the country. The same thing was observed in Nigeria. So this is just to give you an example of what we are doing at the national levels. At the local levels, we are working on community networks to build and support communities who are disconnected, who are disjointed, to have their own internet to build and to ensure that they can host it. On the issue of the pandemic is something that is really, really affecting everyone. And what we have observed in the internet space is that there are spikes in traffic within the Kenyan IXPs, within the Ugandan IXPs. When I talk about IXPs, I'm talking about internet exchange points. And these are really, really interesting things that we are observing. And so what we're doing is that we are organizing a couple of discussions with policymakers. We are still discussing within the African Internet Resilience webinars we are hosting. And there we are prompting discussions with policymakers. We are prompting discussions with the African Internet technical community on how to really ensure that we can make the internet in Africa to become more resilient. And we are looking at initiatives with some of our partners on how to really support the education sector and how to really ensure that everybody within Africa is surviving with the pandemic, but also going beyond the pandemic, because more and more what we're realizing in these discussions is that policymakers are suddenly realizing that there is a need to really relax the rules around setting up internet around the internet in Africa, but also they are concerned about internet connectivity. Yeah, maybe I've gone beyond my time. Is it?
Yes, thank you very much, Israel. I'm sorry for cutting you. We have a short time, so we have to make most of it. Thank you so much for your presentation. Should anyone have any further questions, we hope to be able to have question and answer sessions at the end. So just write your questions down, and we hope to answer them all at the end of the session. At this time, I would like to welcome